Hi everyone, for our museum feature, we will take you to the Butuan National Museum located here in Butuan City, Agusan del Norte.
This museum is important because it preserves the evidences of Butuan's early civilization, especially in its role in trading even before the Spanish colonization.
Inside the museum, you can find archaeological artifacts such as ancient tools, pottery, gold ornaments, and replicas of the famous barangay boats.
These barangay boats show that early Filipinos and Butuans were skilled seafarers and traders connecting with other Asian countries.
Overall, Butuan National Museums helps us understand how advanced and organized the early Filipino societies were.
And it reminds us that Philippine history already had a rich culture and a strong identity even before the foreign influence.
The Philippines is a country shaped by stories of faith, courage, and struggle. Across its islands stand places that reminds us of who we are and where we came from. This time, I will introduce 3 important historical sites in the Philippines. First is the Intramuros located in Manila. Second is the Rizal Shrine found in Calamba, Laguna. And third is the Magellan's Cross located in Cebu City.
Intramuros was built by Spaniards during 1571 as military and political center of Spanish rule.
It witnessed the key events such as Spanish colonization and World War II destruction. Today, it is preserved by the Intramuros administration and remains a major heritage tourism site.
Magellan marked as the arrival of the Christianity in the Philippines in 1521.
It symbolizes Ferdinand Magellan's expedition and the country's early religious history. Today, it is protected inside a chapel and remains a significant religious landmark.
The Rizal Shrine is the birthplace of Dr. Rizal.
It is where he spent his childhood and developed his love for learning. Now, it is maintained as a museum that displays Rizal's personal belongings and writings.
These historical sites reflect the rich history of the Philippines.
Moving from the significance of historical sites,
we will now go through some of the most important
and symbolic cultural performances across the 3 main island groups of the Philippines. Starting with Luzon, we feature Maglalatik of Binyan, Laguna. Originating during the Spanish period, this dance was first performed as a reenactment of conflict over coconut products, later becoming a devotional performance in honor of San Isidro Labrador. Maglalatik represents strength, discipline, and community unity. Dancers wear red trousers and strike coconut shells attached to their bodies, using the shells as rhythmic props that drive the performance. Proceeding to the Visayas, we present Kuratsa, commonly performed in Samar and Leyte. Influenced by both indigenous and Spanish traditions, this dance is often seen during weddings and celebrations. Kuratsa represents courtship, social interaction, and communal joy. Performed in traditional Visayan attire, the dance relies on lively footwork and expressive movements rather than relying on handheld props.
Finally, from Mindanao, we highlight Kapa Malong-Malong, a traditional dance from the Maranao people. This performance demonstrates the many ways how malong is worn and used in a daily life, symbolizing adaptability, creativity, and cultural identity. The malong serves as both costume and props, transforming throughout the dance to reflect different roles and traditions. As we go through these various cultural performances, we must embrace these national treasures. Together, they reveal how Filipino communities preserve history, express values, and sustain traditions through movement and art.
Good day, everyone. Today, we will highlight 3 indigenous practices in the Philippines that reflects the deep cultural wisdom, creativity, and belief of our indigenous communities.
The first practice is tingkip basket weaving in Palawan people of southern Palawan.
Tingkip baskets are hand-woven from bamboo and rattan and are used for storing food, hunting tools, and sacred objects. Beyond daily use, these baskets also have spiritual significance, as they may carry charms believed to protect the owner. This practice reflects the Palawan people's close relationship with the forest and sustainable living.
The second practice is Gomek Gumana, a blacksmithing ritual of the Tagabawa Bagubu in Davao del Sur.
Before forging tools or weapons, the blacksmith performs rituals to honor the spirit of the forge. Only one master blacksmith is allowed to work at a time, symbolizing discipline, respect for tradition, and sacred power of fire and metal.
The third practice is Ambahan, a form of chanted poetry by Hanawoo Mangyan of Mindoro.
These poems follow a strict rhythm and are written on bamboo using an ancient script. Ambahan expresses emotions such as love, advice, and farewell, preserving history through oral and written tradition.
These practices reminds us that Philippines history lives through indigenous knowledge, creativity, and respect for nature. Thank you.